Supreme Court webpage by Noemi Silva and Nick Velos.
Early life. Fuller was born and raised in Maine. He attended Bowdoin College. He read law after graduation and passed the bar following a 6-month stint at Harvard Law School. Though Fuller was headed for a promised career in Maine, he elected to move fast. Education. Melville Fuller went to Harvard University, Harvard Law School, and Bowdoin College. Melville was active in a debating society and pursued his strong interest in literature. Graduating in 1853, Fuller promptly began his legal studies. Professional career. Melville Fuller served as the Supreme Court's 8th Chief Justice. He joined the court in 1888 after a nomination from Governor Cleveland and confirmation by the Senate. At the time of nomination, he was a private practice attorney in Chicago, Illinois. He served until his death on July 4th, 1910. His presidential appointment in office was through October 8th, 1888, through July 4th, 1910, nominated by Governor Cleveland, preceded by Morrison Waite, succeeded by Edward Douglas White. Landmark cases: Caldwell v. Texas, 1891. Pollock v. Farmers Loan and Trust, 1895. United States v. E.C. Knight. Leslie v. Ferguson, 1896. In 1892, Louisiana passed the Separate Car Act, which segregated career cars by race. Washner v. New York, 1905. Interesting facts: Melville has 10 children. He was a Democrat. His education was Bowdoin College and nominated for Supreme Court. While at his summer home in Sorrento, Maine, Fuller died on July 4th, 1910 of a heart attack.
Our court case was Tinker v. Des Moines. This case originated in Des Moines, Iowa. This case started because the students at a public school decided to wear black armbands for their silent protest on the Vietnam War. In this case, there were two major people who were involved, which were Mary Beth Tinker and Christopher Eckhart. The third person was her brother, John Tinker, which joined on the second day. Mary Beth Tinker was 13 years old, and she was a junior in high school. She was a free speech activist, and Christopher Eckhart was 16 years old, and her brother, John Tinker, was 15 years old. Along with these three students, the school board was also involved. This case happened because a group of students in Des Moines got together to plan a public showing for their support for the truce of the Vietnam War. The students agreed to wear black armbands to school for their support, but once the school board found out, they asked the students to remove their armbands or they would get consequences and be suspended, in which they were. The students decided to wear the black armbands throughout the holiday season and then fast on December 16th and New Year's Eve. This case went to the Supreme Court because the court took the position that the school officials could not prohibit the students. They would only be able to prohibit them if wearing the armbands would be a disruption to the learning environment. The United States District Court for the Southern District of Iowa sided with the school's position that wearing armbands could disrupt their learning. Since the district court sided with the school, the students appealed the ruling to the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 8th Circuit, but lost and took the case to the Supreme Court of the U.S. The decision took place on February 24th, 1969, and the court ruled a 7-2 decision. They embarked in a 4-year court battle that led to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's majority ruled that neither students nor teachers shared their constitutional rights to freedom of speech or expression at the schoolhouse gate. Our case had an impact on society because the case occurred in the year of 1969, which was a very popular date due to the Vietnam War. The war took place from February 1969 through January 1973. The United States entered the Vietnam War due to the Gulf of Tonkin incident, which was also known as the USS Maddox incident. This marked the formal entry into the war.